There we go. It's light. Woo! What's up, guys? Today's topic is if you want to increase your bench by 20 to 40 pounds. I'm gonna give you a couple tips and stay tuned. Alright guys, so today I'm in New York Sports Club on 125th Street and we're talking about tips on how to increase your bench, and tip number one will be having the correct form. Alright, so when most people get on a bench press, they usually tend to bench with a flat back, the shoulders not retracted, and that ends up causing shoulder pain. So for correct form, you want to actually get on the bench. As you can see, you're gonna look up at the bar and make sure the bar is eye level, so that when you take it off, it's chest level right under your chest. You want to retract your shoulders, put your chest up, and most people like to bring their feet all the way back here, for leg drive, but it just depends on how comfortable you are. I'm more comfortable like this, so you'll see me do this, and this is basically the correct form. You take the bar off, hold it up, bring it down just below your chest. So like if you come over here, you can see the bar is just below my chest. My back is retracted the whole time, and my chest is up. Then you want to explode up. As I mentioned before, when you have a flat back and shoulders aren't retracted, people end up feeling shoulder pain. And the reason why is because when your back is flat, you're actually pushing the bar up with your shoulders. But once you retract your shoulders and bring them back tight, keep your back tight, you're pushing up with your chest. So the weight transfers from mostly on your shoulders to your chest. Now when your form gets really good, it can end up like this, but beware, you might catch a cramp in your back. Okay, so another tip is, let's say you do all those previous steps correctly. Your chest is up the whole time, your back is retracted and squeezed so that you have good form and you have your legs tight for good leg drive and stability. Another thing people mess up on is the way their elbows come down when they actually bench. Most people keep their elbows at a 90-degree angle and come down like this. By doing that, you're putting all the weight on your shoulders as well. Instead, you're gonna come down at a 45-degree angle. So the weight is taken off of your shoulders and put more towards your chest. So don't come down like this, come down like this with your elbows tucked. Alright, so now I want to show you guys how you actually keep your elbows tucked. Come up. So remember, keep that bar eye level, belt chest up, back up, legs are tight. Come up, got the bar. Instead of coming down 90 degrees, instead, come down at a 45-degree angle. Push up. Okay, so for tip number two, you don't want to hit chest every day. Now the reason I say you don't want to hit chest every day is because you want to give your chest time to recover. If you're hitting your chest every day, you're constantly tearing the muscles within your chest. So being that you're constantly tearing them with no off days, how can you allow your muscles to recover and build and get strong? Recovery is key. So for all you guys out there that just do chest 5 times a week, 6 times a week, you're not helping yourself. You're actually hurting yourself and actually leading towards injury.
Well, at least I'm not doing chest every day.
Okay, so let's say you're not doing chest every day, but every time it's chest day, you want to go for your max. And that leads to tip number 3. You have to be patient. Now, the reason being patient is tip number 3 is because if you try to hit your max every chest day, your max won't go up. It just will not work out. All that may happen is you may just continuously fail at your max. Now, there's some cases when it goes up here and there, but most likely when you're an experienced lifter, that's not the way to actually increase your max. But instead, you want to actually take a step back, drop the weight some, and work with that weight, and that leads to tip number 4. Stop going for your max every time, actually drop the weight and get some reps in. Okay, so let's say that you can bench 225 for 10 and your max is 315 for 1, right? That means that by dropping the weight down, instead of trying to hit 315 and try to increase that by reps, maybe drop the weight to 245, right? And by dropping it to 245, try to get 10 reps of that weight. Because by the time you get 10 of 245, your max will actually be higher than 315. If you logically think about it, if you could do 225 for 10, and that equals about 315 for 1, if you could do more weight for the same amount of reps, that actually means your max will actually end up increasing without you having to think about it. By doing this simple trick, I guarantee you 100 times out of 10, it will work and your max will go up. Okay, so for tip number 5 to increase your bench, you want to actually get away from the bench press and work out the muscles individually that lead to a stronger bench. Okay, so when you're benching, you're not just using your chest, you're actually using your triceps, your traps, your back, as well as your shoulders. By building up strength from these individual muscles, when they work together, when you actually go to hit the bench press, your lifts will be stronger. So, for example, you're gonna do some tricep extensions for triceps. For traps, you could do the famous shrugs. For back, you could do lat pull downs because that's the muscle within your back that helps with a stronger bench. So basically, the key idea behind it is getting some iso movement lifts, work on these muscles individually, so when you bench, they'll work together and you have a stronger bench.
Okay, so for example, here are some tricep workouts that you can do. Here are some trap workouts that you can incorporate into your workout as well. And here are some lat workouts. Lats is the muscle in red.
Now, amongst the same tip, a couple people, they're able to get the weight off, like let's say 315. They're able to get the weight off, bring it down, but when they come up, they hit that stalling point. Now basically the stalling point is basically the area where you can't get the bar up no more. So a workout you can do for that, you can do floor press, you can do lockouts, and floor press is basically getting on the floor, you get it down, your arms is coming back, but instead of going behind you, since it's on the floor, it stops here.
This is a quick example. You start on the floor, push up, and repeat.
With lockouts, you're basically picking a position where the bar is at and you're just pushing the weight up, practicing that heavy weight. So when you do go to the bench press, when you bring it down and you get up, that stalling point will end up going away because you just push straight through.
As you can see, the bar is set at the stalling point. You just practice pushing it up and repeat.
Now the last tip I want to give you guys is in order to increase your bench, you have to bench more.
What? Huh? What's he talking about? I don't know. Oh my god.
Now, when I say bench more, I mean, it's not bench every day. Let's say you bench once a week, right? You're gonna get results, you're gonna get stronger as time goes on, but let's say you switch it to twice a week or 3 times a week. The results are gonna come in much faster, especially if you have proper recovery in between the days you hit chest. So it's just like saying to do anything better, you have to do it. So if you wanna run faster, you have to run. You have to sprint. You wanna jump higher, you have to practice jumping. In this case, you wanna bench more weight, you have to bench more.
Okay. I got you, Mal.
Yo, this is the cameraman, Brandon. You can follow me on IG at SB_Don. Make sure you like, subscribe with post notifications. If you got any questions, leave it down in the comments. Alright, see you next time.